Hey guys, Joe here from Xbox Games. Check it out. We got the AKM-47 or the AEG AKM-47. Now, you know, this thing, I'm going to say right out of the gate, guys, is freaking awesome. It is so much more different than a lot of the stuff that I've, shot in the past and created in the past. This thing blew my mind, and I want to get right into it so you guys know what this thing is all about. So, again, I'll throw up a link right here if you guys want to check it out. Also in the description if you guys want to go check it out on Amazon. Because, again, I would recommend to pick up one, if not two of these things and kind of have a little battle. So, first things first, let's talk about what the box or what it comes in and then what comes inside the box. So, the box, pretty straightforward, right? Just a simple box. Everything comes packed in here. You get the goggles, the blaster, the battery, the charger, the balls. You get everything ready to go, even a pair of goggles. Now, when I was first opening this, I'm like, why would you need goggles? This doesn't make any sense, right? You're going to see why you're going to need these things because this thing is, again, it blew my mind. So everything comes packaged in a nice little box. Now, they do have a few different colors. We have the green and the blue. They also have the red here, which I think looks awesome. I would love to have that, but still, I don't mind it. Hey, we got the green and the blue. Even though the blue, I mean, gosh, that graffiti kind of on there, I think looks awesome. Now, the actual blaster itself, so let's take a quick up-close and personal view of this thing. I mean, you could see it looks really, really good. That graffiti kind of looks great on there. It's just a good-looking blaster. If we take a look at the green one, still really cool graphics for a small little blaster. I think it looks great. Again, I would hope for the red one, but maybe we'll get that sooner or later. But still, the green and blue, yeah, if it were me, I would go red, blue, and then green. But the blue, it's right up there. Now, right in the actual package itself, this is an electronic blaster. It shoots, I would say, probably about 10 balls a second, and it's a lot. It is very, very quick. You do have the lithium ion. It is a 1200 milliamp 7.4 volt battery, as well as a USB charger. This charged for me probably in about 2 hours, somewhere right in there. Could have been a little bit, sooner, but I just said, hey, I just left it, and it was done by the time we looked it up. So you got the battery. It does come with 2,500 rounds. Now, when you fill up one of these little hoppers, I mean, it's a lot of shots. You just got to sit there and hold the trigger and just rip shots all day long to go through some of these. And you can get a lot of these, or you can get a lot of replacement ones of these. Again, I'll throw a link up right there for next to nothing. And this is a lot of shots. 2,500 shots is a lot of shots. You're not going to blow through these in 2 minutes. It's going to take you a while unless you just sit there and hold the trigger. Now, with these, you could see the little packages. There's about, I think it's like 500, 500 in each of these, which is kind of cool. And you just throw them in water, put them in a little bowl, and just set them off to the side. Again, it takes about 4 to 6 hours per it says on the instructions. And then, boom, you just take them out. I put mine through a strainer to kind of get some of the water off and to kind of give you guys a comparison of how, look at that, like how small those things are. You guys can take a look here. I put it up against a penny so you guys can kind of see what it looks like when it's kind of, I don't want to say at its maximum, but it's very, very close. Now, these are not like really slimy. They're not, they feel kind of wet, but I had a couple of them in my hopper for, I think, a day and a half, and they shot just fine when I left them there. Because, again, I could not shoot a whole hopper without just holding the trigger. So you could see, again, they're very, very tiny, and when they hit something, they kind of explode, and it looks kind of cool. It reminds me of just, again, kind of a mini paintball. So it does come, again, with the goggles as well, or the glasses here. You will need these. This is shooting right here, 147, well, mine's about 140 to 150 FPS. That's very, very fast. That blew my mind. I thought this would have shot maybe like 190 FPS. This is shooting 140 to 150 FPS. Both of mine shot that, so maybe yours is a little faster, a little slower. I don't know. It's going to shoot really, really fast. So please wear eye protection when you guys are using this thing. Now, the blaster itself, pretty straightforward. They got this little compartment right here. I almost couldn't find the compartment for the battery, where the battery goes. It's pretty straightforward. Open up the little flap, grab the battery, and again, the black goes to the black. I mean, there's really only one way you can put it in there. So boom, we'll throw that in there. And you just kind of tuck the wires up in the top, right? You kind of tuck them up in the top, push it down in there, and then put the battery door back on. Pretty straightforward. Boom. So there you go. And here's the thing is, we shot almost 2,000 rounds off of one battery pack, and the battery pack wasn't even dead. So I don't know what the total capacity is for a battery, but 2,000 rounds, that was a lot of us just sitting there, just holding it, ripping 10 shots, 2 shots, 1 shot, and I didn't see any degradation in performance at all. I was like, man, this thing could probably go through 5,000 rounds. But again, 2,000 rounds was a lot to shoot through this at one sitting, right? You do have the top piece up here. So this top piece kind of actually slides back and forth. It's something that I wanted to kind of talk about. So as you push that piece forward, you'll notice it stops when it goes forward, and then the balls could actually drop down into the breech. So you could actually slide it back about, I don't know, an inch, and then the balls are just in there. And that's what we did. Just in case anybody else picked it up and started firing it, the balls wouldn't feed down in the hole unless you pushed it forward. Now, the top hopper up here, kind of this little grenade-looking thing, I have so many things in mind what I want to do here, like make a different hopper for this to hold like 2,000 rounds. I'm like, oh my gosh, so many things I want to do. This holds probably about 600 to 700 rounds. We just did pack for pack, right? So we would do a pack of the rounds, we'd throw them all in here, and we would go shoot, and you would have fun for quite a while. Now, you could see the kind of the aesthetics of it. It's I don't want to say it's too small, but it fits. I mean, I could securely fit it in one hand here. Very, very easy. Either right or left-handed, it works great. And it's not too heavy. Even with the balls in there, it wasn't too heavy. I could sit here and move this thing around, all day long. And I want you guys to hear this. So listen to this, how fast it shoots. It's going to blow your mind. It really reminds me of like a full-sized AEG, like an airsoft, That's awesome. I actually almost could sit there and just play it just like that without anything on, like without this. Just. And that's why I'm just so pumped on this. I'm like, man, I think this is very, very cool. So I want to get to you guys seeing this thing shoot, right? I'm just going to shut up and let you guys listen to this because you can hear how fast it shoots, how far it's hitting the wall. I'm about 25 feet away from the fence, and this thing is hitting it hard. It's not just tapping it, it's hitting it hard. That's why these goggles for me are something that you need when you're playing with this. I would not shoot this at anything, even on the back of the box it says don't do it. I would not shoot at anything you're not supposed to. So I'm going to shut up and let you guys watch this thing and me just blasting off about 400 rounds or so against my fence. So there you go, guys. I mean, you can see why I love this thing so much. It is so crazy how much power you can pack inside a small little blaster and have, again, the balls just these tiny little things in this package. 500 rounds, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to replace these. You can get a lot of rounds for really cheap. I feel like the blaster would break before you would shoot 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 rounds. That's a lot of rounds. But, overall, guys, I know it's different than normal, foam flinging funness back here. It's always good to adventure out and try something a little new, but this thing has my mind going, man, I almost want to build a different hopper for this and just make it like a little bit bigger so I can hold, 1,000, 1,200 rounds, and then I could play with this thing all day long. But that is my 2 cents on this. I personally would say, yeah, go check it out if you guys haven't already. Again, I'll put a link down in the description. Once you get one, you guys are going to probably want to get two. And again, you guys can look at the reviews here on Amazon. People are just like me. When they get this thing, they're like, dude, this thing is ridiculous. Yes, we want another one, or it is crazy. So I would say check it out if you guys haven't already, because it's going to blow your mind. Anyways, guys, that's my 2 cents on this particular blaster here, the AKM-47. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thanks again, Fox fans.